Hello everyone. So today I have some news for you, and we need to discuss it right away. Yesterday, Boom has posted a fresh leak for the upcoming first part of episode 73 in his Instagram account, which means that the episode is going to come out really soon, so it's time for us to discuss this leak in details. Now get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I saved the most interesting part for later as always. Let's go! But before going to the actual leak, let me say a few things about the release of the upcoming episode first. I already shared some information in my previous video with you guys, which suggests that the next episode will come out much sooner than it was before. And we won't have to wait for such a long time as it was with the first part of episode 72, for example. And although episode 73 will be divided into 2 parts and filled with more epic content, as Boom personally has said, it's still expected to be released much more quickly. And if you'll ask my opinion on this, I would suspect that the episode may come out in the span of 2 or 3 days, as we haven't seen lots of leaks yet. And usually Boom always posts some leaks in his official SKIBIDI store first before releasing the episode. So we still have some more time to speculate on what's about to come and wait for the new creative leaks. And also, Boom has hinted that both episodes 73 and 74 will contain some mind-blowing content, consistent with his previous comments about them being among his favorites in the series. So I really think we'll see something even more surprising from him very soon. Okay, and now let's go to the actual leak. And right before I'll start analyzing on it, I'll say that this is one of the most minimalistic leaks we've received from Boom in recent times, but there is probably a reason for it. And which one exactly, I'll tell you a little bit later. So watch this video to the end, not to miss it. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to help me reach 500,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Alright, back to the topic of the video. So, basically what this leak contains is our favorite Jimmy with his shield put into activated mode and with his main laser all charged and ready. But despite his very combative appearance, he doesn't look like he has his fighting spirit at all. His face is really pitiful, and Jimmy in general looks like he's about to cry or something. His brows are held high, as if he's also really surprised by something that he just saw in front of him. Or like he's really confused or flabbergasted. And it's probably how it happened, because in the description to this leak, Boom has written, "shooked." And besides that, there's not really lots of other details in this picture, aside maybe from this whirl of black smoke in the center of the screen, and I believe this smoke is from some missile that G-Man successfully deflected with the activation of his shield, probably at the very last moment. Okay, and now let's get to the most interesting part and discuss what could have possibly shooked Jimmy to his very core so much, and what's going to happen in the next episode due to the information we got from this leak. But the first thing I'd like to touch upon this leak is the question, is it really true, or is Boom actually planning to trick us once again? Let's remember this troll leak that he also posted in his Instagram before the release of the second part of episode 72. Doesn't it look a tad similar to you guys? And if you don't really remember, at the time this leak was released, we speculated on whether it's actually true. And was this leak actually hinting on the soon defeat and destruction of G-Man by the hand of ASTRO Toilet? Or maybe it was all a cunning play by Boom. And I bet at that time that it was all just a trick to fool us into thinking that G-Man is about to lose. But when the actual episode came out, something completely different happened on our screens. So I really think that something similar to this situation may happen with today's leak as well. Plus, both of them were posted in Boom's Instagram before other leaks from Discord or SKIBIDI store. So it's entirely possible that this leak is fake or cryptic as well. So here's the first option. This leak is fake because Boom wants to pull the same trick he did with the leak to the previous episode where he almost convinced the audience that Jimmy is going to get destroyed. But in the end, it turned out that G-Man predicted it all and was ready to strike back. So it's really possible that Jimmy is either going to get into some kind of rage mode right after this moment of hesitation from the leak, or that he's just acting out being scared in general and actually has a plan to trick the opponents in front of him. Maybe he's being surrounded by Titans at this exact moment and we see a frame just before the time he's about to escape or pull something crazy off in order to kick their asses. Plus, don't forget about Titan Cameraman with the Astro hand attached to his arm spot. And how G-Man has some special juice that may affect this hand if it'll actually go near Jimmy's infected lasers and his controlling eyesight. Here's the second option though. What if Jimmy found out something really terrible and he's genuinely upset? And what if it's possible for him to get really mad right after this? Some of my subscribers suggested that maybe G-Man might have found out about the brutal destruction of SKIBIDI Scientist, and I have a few words to say about that. There is still a possibility that G-Man knew that Skibidi Scientist could have lost even before his battle with Plunger Man, the Dark Speaker Man, and Titans had started. Do you remember how G-Man got more busy on the battlefield in episode 71, which happened in parallel with the events of the third part of episode 70, and then flew away? Lots of people suggested that G-Man knew of Skibidi Scientist getting cooked in the bunker and simply left him alone for the reason unknown. But there is another possibility, though. What if G-Man was simply on the mission to escort the precious container to the safety, whereas Boom himself told us the remnants of the last secret project of Skibidi Scientist could be found? And he could have expected Skibidi Scientist to deal well with the enemies on his own, or at least flee away successfully in case he could have gotten way too crowded. Because after all, Skibidi Scientist's puppet had TV Men's ability to teleport, which was cut off by the big TV Man, though unfortunately for the Genius Freak. So yeah, I agree that it can be still possible that Jimmy might have found out some terrible truth in this leak, and that's why his face is so pitiful and almost scared. And there is the third option as well, which honestly I like the most. This leak imitates the previous troll leak in order to make us think that Jimmy will be fine this time as well, and he will actually find out another way to save his metal booty and fool all his opponents around. But in reality, it may turn out that Jimmy's luck could have worn out in the previous episode, and this time he may really turn in the grand danger. Plus, when I saw this leak, I remembered something else from a really long time ago. Take a look at this shot on your screen, guys, and tell me it doesn't look familiar to you. Yeah, that's right. This is the leak that Boom posted in his official Skibidi store before the release of the third part of episode 67. And in this leak, we see the face of Skibidi Scientist's puppet, which also shows fear and confusion. And I bet you remember damn well what happened to this guy in the actual episode. The only thing that kind of saved him is the fact that it was only his giant puppet that was destroyed, while the original Skibidi Scientist managed to flee to the bunker and buy himself some more time to live. But mind that this leak was posted in Skibidi's store, so it couldn't be Troll 1 by any means, contrary to this one that was posted in Boom's Instagram account. So yeah, many options are actually possible in this case, so write in the comments below what theory you consider to be the most believable or interesting. And by the way, speaking about options, my fellow Skibidi creator Databayo suspected it several times that there may be an actual Skibidi kitten under the mask of terrifying Astro Emperor. So that made me think of one thing. In my previous analysis, I said how I find it possible for either repaired and upgraded Astro Toilet to return and avenge his honor damaged in the fight with G-Man. But what if his big brother will show up instead? And what if the expression on G-Man's face is not actually fear or confusion, but tenderness? Nah, fellas, hear me out. What if Astro Emperor showed his kitty face on the screen and G-Man almost got destroyed by being melted away by this cat's cuteness? Okay, I know what you all think, but damn, that would be so hilarious. And that was all for today. I'll be looking forward to the release of the next episode to see which ones of my predictions will come true. And I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, then hit the like and subscribe buttons below. And be sure to write a comment, because I always appreciate the feedback that you're giving me. And I love reading your own thoughts and theories on my videos' topics. And that was me, ISO Toilet. See ya!